build he wants.
Yeah, pretty much.
Expecting to see better Ling, Baneling micro, and that gives you such an advantage in Zerg versus Zerg that.
Yeah, it just all comes down to that pretty much. At least for like the beginning, like first like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's Ling Bane micro is what separates the boys from the men in DBZ.
And make no mistake, Lingboy is a man. In the top left corner, playing the purple Zerg, we've got Lingboy.
And in the bottom right, as the red Zerg, we have AUXdaFox.
All right, keeps typing in Korean. I don't know what he's saying.
It's just intimidation.
Yeah. Just
Looks like we have no rushes.
yeah, both playing fairly similar builds.
Sometimes in Zerg versus Zerg, you can go 2 hatcheries before building a spawning pool, but if the other player recognizes it, they can rush Lings and counter you pretty easily. But if you can get away with it, it does give you a good economic advantage.
All right, they're both getting those first hatches up.
Both players seem pretty sharp so far, spending their minerals pretty well.
Yeah, the timing on the hatcheries were like, what, 4 seconds-ish? So definitely not too big of, yeah, they're almost identical builds. I mean, obviously they're doing the same build, but like with timings and everything, both playing fairly sharp these first couple minutes.
And that the nice thing about playing Zerg is that you get so good at the beginning of the game because you don't have to worry about building a whole ton of different types of buildings. You just basically just build drones and a spawning pool and an extractor and a hatchery. Like, just keep
You only got
building
3
drones.
choices, yeah.
I actually think Zerg is the easiest race to get good with.
Interesting.
I think it's the easiest mechanically because you only have 1 production facility, which is the hatchery.
That is true. I feel like
all of the races, it's like, oh man, how many gateways do I build? How many?
I feel like Terran, you have like 30 racks. Like
yeah, how many? When do I build my factory? Like
I feel like the
starport.
APM of Zerg though is like always seems so crazy. You know, just with like queens and like making sure they're actually like injecting larvae, spreading creep.
Yep, Zerg tend to have higher APM because of creep spread and injects.
Like that just seems so hard to deal with. I haven't played too much of the other races. Like obviously I know like the basics, but playing them at like any kind of competitive level, you know, like even gold level, don't know how good I would be. So do you think Zerg's the easiest for like if a new player was trying to pick up StarCraft, would be like the easiest to like explain things with?
I actually think it is because all you have to do is learn like to scout, and you basically just want to build as many drones as you can and play reactionary, and you just have to know which units to build against which, and then you build drones until you see his units starting to attack, and then you start building the correct units to defend with it.
That's pretty fair.
I mean, that's kind of applies to all races, but I think it's easiest to do with Zerg.
But definitely with like being able to like build a small army to react to another like unit type. Like with Protoss, like let's say you see like them going like roaches or something. If you want to try to get immortals out, you're gonna have to build a robotics facility, and then 1 immortal at a time. That's really slow.
Yeah.
With Zerg, like once you get that spire out or whatever, you can just get like 15 mutas. Yeah. As long as you have the money, of course. But
oh, here we go. Here's some action.
The first little battle.
Speed is not okay. Speed is done for both players now.
And they're just running.
And this is pretty typical.
Trying to get just a little bit of harass damage on that third hatch.
It looks like both players have their baneling nest done. I actually forgot to watch the production.
Oh yeah, no, I think they both had it out. Here, I can check the
either have their banelings done.
buildings real quick.
Banelings, there we go. Banelings morphing.
Yeah, both got their baneling nest.
Lingboy with the Ling flood.
Lingboy going pretty aggressive. He's going to get that queen, which is pretty big. Early queens are very important. Does he just have more Ling straight up? Oh, yeah, that Ling count.
Possible.
Aux now has 0 Lings. Both of these queens are going to get cleaned up.
Yep.
And that could honestly just be a GG right here.
Yeah,
this is a lot of damage.
especially since OSL, I mean, look at his drone advantage. It's
Yeah.
43 drones to 20 drones. They both have the same amount of bases. It's easily.
Yeah, Ox not being able to get any drones on this second hatch. They were all just like massacred by that Ling run by.
Definitely.
Lingboy's sitting pretty at home.
Yeah, the only thing that could get OSL back in this game is if Lingboy waits too long to finish him off. If he can get back in and re-drone, which he's not really doing too much. He only built 3 more drones since all those queens, since the attack left.
Yeah, his production does not look like he's building too much. Is he hitting a Roach Warren? He thought about it for a sec. Oh, and like always, Lingboy getting that Spire. He's going to get some mutas. And that'll probably be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Still getting some run-bys just to make sure that AUXdaFox, like you said, doesn't get that drone count up too high. Doesn't really allow for a comeback. And Ox with... Okay, now he's spending all of his minerals. Getting some more drones, getting some more Lings.
And you can almost tell the difference in skill level of the players just by looking at the mini-map. Look at the Overlord spread of Lingboy versus OSL. I mean...
He's got vision everywhere.
At the beginning of the game, you're not worried about mutas coming out, so you should put your first 2 Overlords should go across the map in ZVZ to see what's at their natural, what's at their third base, if they make a third base also.
And Ox has like a little one that like might see some mutas running out initially, but yeah, definitely not that much scouting for the actually inside the bases.
Yeah. And then yeah, like your third Overlord should be out the middle of the map. You should have an Overlord in the middle of the map at least.
Here are the first couple mutas. And very soon these are going to become at like a death ball number. Like you don't need much when the other person doesn't have any Hydralisk or anything like that. I don't think he even has any spores up.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just goes to show he wasn't
Let's put him there.
Scout.
Oh, he's just starting his Spire too, so just going to be basically laid on the Muta war. Sees the first mutas, so he does get some spores up. But could very well be too little too late.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And one thing he could have done, like, right when your lair finishes as a Zerg, you should, or as soon as you can, build an Overseer and try and get in their main base and see if they build a Spire or if they're going to go Roaches.
See what their tech route is.
Exactly.
So he's going to do a Ling run by while doing a Muta run by over here. Even though there's one Spore, it'll probably not be enough. Oh, he's just going to go for the Extractor. Losing a few mutas. Yeah, he could have done that a lot cleaner. I think you can attack that Extractor without being in range of that Spore.
Yeah, definitely.
But still denying that gas could be big, especially if they're going for a Muta war.
As the famous StarCraft 2 caster Todd would say, Luca de Supply. It's 146.
Yeah, that's
49.
Just look at the units. There we go. And AUXdaFox taps out.
GG.
Yeah, look at that APM. AUXdaFox though actually having pretty decent APM as well.
Yep. Yeah, you'll see good APM even in like Gold League from a lot of players. Because a lot of them are just spamming buttons and don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, also that APM definitely does not equal skill.
Exactly.
New Repugnances are going to be our next match. Yeah, I'll create with TCS. All right. Going into our game 2, let's see if AUXdaFox can make something happen here.
Is it AUXdaFox? Do you know for sure? Is it like a French thing? I was saying like it was like some French word.
Oh, I'm pretty
Aux,
yeah.
like auxiliary.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I think he usually will just go by AUX as well, like AUX. All right, in the top right corner, playing the yellow Zerg, we've got Lingboy.
And in the bottom left, we have AUXdaFox.
All right, let's see if they go for the same build again. I'd love to see one of them try to go for pool first and just see like if they can make something happen with it. But I'm going gas first. Oh, doing the trick. Yeah.
Trick. Do you know the dirtiest thing you can do in Zerg versus Zerg though?
Oh, is it the gas drone pool thing?
You don't build any drones at all. You go 12 pool, and you take 4 or 5 drones. You bring them across the map, and you build 5 spine crawlers in their base. And
Oh, I have.
it's if you don't scout it in time, it's an auto win almost.
Yeah, because there's like this creep you can't see from the base, right? So you can like start building.
Yeah, and even if when they get their drones there in time, they have lings with defending the spines they're building, so it's almost impossible to defend once they start building the spines.
If you have more than like 3 going up at a time, like they can maybe cancel 1, but yeah, they'll just be too much. Doesn't look like that'll happen quite yet. Oh, but the thing I was thinking of is I know AUXdaFox tried to do it one game where you try to get like all the drones like mineral walking so it looks like one drone, and then you send them across the map.
Yeah, drone stacking.
Yeah, that looks hilarious. Unfortunately the game he did did not do it right, and so it just basically ended up costing him all the mining time and like snowballed very poorly. But I do.
Yeah, that takes some skill.
Yeah, I do love my share of cheese as a filthy Protoss.
Do you know any of the like tricks that Brood War players use? There's so many weird tricks like that in Brood War. Like for mutas, they stack mutas by having a control group of like.
Oh, with like a larva or something.
Yeah,
with it?
With a worker, and somehow having the worker in their control group allows them to stack. And there's so many weird.
So weird. I remember one of my friends, Dr. Green Thumb is her like tag, but I know her through Melee. But I got her out to a StarCraft 2 event. She used to play a lot of Brood War, and so I finally got her to like start playing a little bit of StarCraft 2. So she told me about that one a little bit. But other than that, I basically know nothing about Brood War.
Yeah, I don't know a lot either, but just from watching, I watch the ASL Brood War League sometimes, and Artosis and Tasteless give good little.
I just love those two.
Like that. Yeah,
I would almost watch any game that they like cast together.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I also remember when she first started playing StarCraft 2, we would just do like ZVZs because like, you know, I'm not that good with Zerg like I said, so it would be a little bit more fair match for her not just like play ladder mode. But when we started, she would go for like spines for like it was like basically Brood War seems like a very much more defensive game.
Yeah.
So she would go like like pool spine, then like maybe a hatchery. And I'm like, dog, just like get your hatch out. Like you're trying to defend way too hard.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Okay, they're both going for Roach Warrens, right? Yeah. The Lingboy with also the Bane Nest.
Yeah, and he has the wall off, which will help him. It basically makes you impervious to Ling floods.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, since he's a GM level player, he is definitely going to be good at scouting against.
Yeah, and that's kind of what messed AUXdaFox up last game was he got a few Lings into the mineral line of the second hatch and really just destroyed all those workers and made the worker count like almost like too much to come back from. 2040 was really rough.
So we have +1 attack, ranged attack, starting for both players at the same exact time.
Both thirds are up. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to go a little bit later this game.
What's the worker count right now at for both players?
Oof. 27 to 41, and that's with pretty much no harass damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always important in ZVZ to send, exactly like Lingboy is doing, you send 1 or 2 Lings across the map, like click them into their base and try and see their army or the tech they're going for.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a really nice scout, especially because this looks like it's almost a wall, and there were 2 queens here. I don't know if they were just like not positioned correctly or maybe weren't in hold position or something, but Lingboy was able to get a little scout off.
And so AUXdaFox, he built a few drones to catch up, but Lingboy still has... There we go. AUXdaFox building some more drones.
Yeah, definitely making that differential smaller. Ooh, might be able to get this queen with a good surround. Yep, that queen's done.
Was that a bait? A bait overlord? Who knows?
That could be, yeah, some high-level ZVZ stuff.
Yep.
AUXdaFox will clean up these Lings. I think still got, let's see, units lost. Oh, okay, yeah, AUXdaFox doing pretty well, actually, in units lost.
Mm-hmm.
The queen is a lot more valuable than a lot of the other units that Lingboy is losing, but still keeping it that close is really nice. Because I thought those Lings were going to do a lot more damage to those workers.
Oh, it looks like Lingboy has overlord speed, I believe.
We should be able to do
His
upgrades.
overlords are out on the map moving. You can almost tell that they're moving faster. Yeah, he has that overlord speed, which is really nice for scouting. Look at how quickly and how well his overlords are spread. He knows exactly what's happening in this game.
And if we just want to look at like AUXdaFox's vision compared to, look, that's, yeah, looks like a map editor. He almost sees everything.
Yep, and it's one of the things that makes StarCraft great is the fact that you can hide things from your opponent.
Yeah, it's a game of incomplete knowledge.
Yeah.
It's looking like he might be moving out with these roaches, possibly doing a multi-prong attack, trying to pull some of the army maybe to the north side.
It's pretty much like when you win in StarCraft, it's like, oh man, I basically outsmarted and deceived the opponent.
Outplayed, yeah. I definitely feel that. And that's why it's so hard of a game, because like there are so many interactions and things that go into, oh, one hitting that queen. That's actually super worth it just to go in there, hit it, get out.
And he got to see the army.
Ooh, and it distracted him to get these roaches in. Gonna take out another queen. Possibly some workers as well.
Yeah. Does he have that roach? Does he have roach burrow? No, it looks like...
Those are just going to go down. I'd almost like to see him target fire the workers because he wasn't going to be able to win that fight. You almost might as well just get a few worker kills. Ooh. Another sort of run by. Really just trying to split up. Oh, he actually gets the entire hatch. I'm sorry, I missed that. He's really just splitting up AUXdaFox's attention, though. Trying to make him defend multiple spots. And now I'm sure the units lost is much more in his favor. Wow, it's still really close.
Yeah. Just because Lingboy really he's playing extra safe and he's not gonna fight until he knows for certain that he's gonna win.
Let me see income as well. Also, because he has this higher income, he is more able to kind of throw. He's better at trading.
Yeah.
He's more okay with throwing roaches for other roaches.
Yep.
And especially if he does get, you know, the few queens he has gotten, there's definitely more valuable units than roaches or workers it's hard to say, but queens are huge for Zerg, and if you can keep taking out those queens before they spread that creep, before they inject that larva, definitely can add up.
And right now, AUXdaFox went Roach Hydra against Roach Ravager, and Roach Ravager is going to win pretty much every time. You want to go for lurkers if you're going to go for Hydras. Otherwise, just stick with Roaches and Ravagers. If you go lurkers, though, you pretty much have to turtle, and you build spore crawlers all around your base, and you just sit there until you get maxed lurkers, and you can get infestors, try and get vipers, or depends on what they're going.
You really just start going to the late game, basically, or like at least like aiming for that. Ooh, and I really thought these 4 roaches were going to be a distraction for these guys to like get another hatch deny or something. But it looks like he was maybe just kind of scouting with him a little bit or pulling the army back, making sure it stays at home. Yeah. Because he does have the economic lead. So the longer the game goes on, Lingboy should just be at a better position. Ooh, and this might be the first big engage. Lingboy's army a little bit split up, so he's going to be able to take out this army pretty easily. Get up in here.
Yeah, he had the hatch. He just had a better position there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure what the upgrades are at, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lingboy had more upgrades. Oh, no, the
pretty
upgrades
much
are
exactly the same. A slight difference in the speed and the range.
But yeah, now we have 2 bases versus 4, and a 5th building for Lingboy.
Yeah, Lingboy's really good at when he gets the lead. He doesn't always want to like finish it off. He just makes that lead even bigger. And so his economic lead's gonna start getting ridiculous. I feel like. I mean, the worker count, the bases, yeah, it's all adding up to Lingboy just being very far ahead.
Yeah, the mark of a good player is someone that can be patient, and you can tell he's a very patient player.
Aux clearing out a few overlords. It'll only really help with the scouting though, because Lingboy still has that 200 supply available for him. He has plenty of overlords. But getting that vision off the map will help.
Not sure exactly what. See, AUXdaFox, he shouldn't be bringing his whole army over there.
I was gonna say, he definitely shouldn't be that aggressive, I feel like.
He has no vision of the map, and if Lingboy wanted, he could have just counterattacked while AUXdaFox is on the side of the map, and he would have won the game.
Yeah, especially because he knows where the army is.
That's exactly what he did.
Obviously. And what is it? 8 roaches able to deny that hatch. Ooh, and this, yeah.
And there we go. That's 2-0 for Lingboy.
Lingboy, as expected. Yeah, just won. Kept his economic lead.
Good effort by AUXdaFox.
Yeah, well played. Brought it to, 12 minutes.
It's tough to play a Grandmaster.
Yeah, especially after, like, I feel like if you don't win in the first, like, 4 or 5 minutes, the longer it goes on, the more comfortable they are and the more uncomfortable you're going to be. It's just going to be really hard. But sick that he brought it to go that long.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can do in the loser's run. So we're going to hop off the mic, probably get Aux and Lingboy on here to commentate, and then we're going to be playing against each other. So we'll be right back.